Latest transfer news, Manchester United then, and all the talk obviously, as we know, has been about Raphael Varane coming to Manchester United, and a lot of reports in the last few hours have been that Manchester United are close to getting Raphael Varane for, it seems to be around 40 to 50 million. Mohamed Bouatsi, I think that's how you pronounce it, as a credible source for information for Manchester United, has pretty much come out and said that it's going to be sorted this, hopefully it's going to be basically sorted this week, that Manchester United can hopefully find some sort of agreement to sign him. We've just got to find that agreement with, it seems like, Real Madrid on the fee, and it's been reported sort of that Manchester United don't want to drag this out any longer now, and that they want it to get Raphael Varane in enough time in order to play against Everton. I've seen that from a couple of credible sources, so it does look like Manchester United want to get this deal over the line as quick as possible, so that we're ready for that first game against Leeds United, which it's great for Manchester United. It really fucking is, because Manchester United seem to be concentrating on one transfer at a time as well, which then, if this transfer gets done pretty damn sharpish now, then Manchester United can move on to looking to strengthen midfield and potentially strengthening right back and other areas that maybe Manchester United are going to pull out. We don't know for sure what other areas Manchester United are going to spring a surprise. Maybe last summer we did spring a couple of surprises. We brought in Amad Traore from obviously Atalanta, but didn't obviously come in till January because of coming in and applying for a work permit, but he did get signed up in the summer. Now also Cavani did. We didn't see them transfers coming, so they were sort of out the blue transfers for Manchester United, and I still believe that could happen with Manchester United if and when this Raphael Varane deal gets done. Because as I say, we're looking at right back and midfield as other options that we've been rumoured to get, but I wouldn't be shocked if Manchester United pulled out something up front as well, like a Danny Ings or something like that. I still wouldn't be shocked if that was a scenario as well, because I'm not still convinced on Mason Greenwood playing that striking position, certainly not at this moment in time anyway. I thought he was poor at playing that role yesterday in the game against QPR. I know it is only pre-season, but I've seen a number of times he was dropping deep, dropping out on the right wing, and it's not a criticism of the player himself. He's fantastic. He's been fantastic for Manchester United at times in his young career, but he's always been great at cutting in off that right hand side and getting an early shot away and beating the goalkeeper. And I just don't think he's not that guy that's just desperate to get in the box like your Cristiano Ronaldo, just to get in that box and get them tap-ins. He's not been that guy yet. Maybe he can turn into that guy, but he hasn't been that guy yet, so I wouldn't be surprised there. Midfield has got to be strengthened, whether Pogba stays or not. And right back, Wan-Bissaka was horrendous yesterday, but we do need another probably a different dimension there. I wouldn't have been opposed to seeing Diogo Dalot just be the understudy there, because if Wan-Bissaka's your main guy, the deputy's not going to get a lot of game time. So it does remain to be seen if I wouldn't want to spend a lot of money there, but we've got to get this Raphael Varane deal over the line this week. I don't know why Manchester United can't concentrate on more than one transfer at a fucking time. It really is crazy for me. We've not been doing it since Woodward basically was fucking in charge. And I'm not too sure if he's actually doing the dealings now or what, but he's still at Manchester United and fucking doing something at the club until whenever it is, January or whatever. But it does look like this deal is moving in the right direction for Raphael Varane, which is great. It looks like it's imminent for Manchester United, and a lot of sources in Spain are saying that Raphael Varane is actually definitely leaving Real Madrid. So it is definitely positive. I'm really pleased with that. I didn't think 6 or 7 weeks ago I didn't think that this was probably a deal that Manchester United could do. I really didn't. But as we've said, Real Madrid are a bit in disarray at this moment in time, and Manchester United have got a young, hungry looking squad. Maybe he feels that he could win something at Manchester United and go out on a high, because if he helped Manchester United come into Manchester United, won the Premier League or Champions League or a couple of trophies here, what a career he would have had, because he's won so many fucking trophies, Raphael Varane. And to come to Manchester United and turn Manchester United back into a good team again would be the icing on the cake for him as his career. Raphael Varane, he's still 28. I mean, what a player he has been for Real Madrid, but hopefully it does look like it's going to happen. That experience alongside Harry Maguire could be valuable, because we're seeing that we've got depth at centre, but not good depth. Bay always injured, unreliable. Jones a calamity, always injured. Lindelof's okay, but not the best. And Lindelof will be one of the backup players for one of these two if he gets injured, and you really need four decent, two world-class centre-halves and then two decent centre-halves in behind. Lindelof's fine as a backup centre-half, definitely, and whoever the other backup may be, probably 2-1 and Tenemengi will go out on loan. Horror show from Tenemengi, sadly, against QPR yesterday, but then he needs to learn his trade and get minutes somewhere else. 2-1's probably time has probably passed, but you never know. But this is about bringing in an experienced player. Centre back is experienced. I know he hasn't played in the Premier League, but a lot of players haven't played in the Premier League. Vidic hadn't played in the Premier League. Company hadn't played in the Premier League. Diaz hadn't played in the Premier League. They've come in and been brilliant centre halves. You don't know who's going to come in and be a great player. We've seen Bruno Fernandes come in and settle straight away for fucking Manchester United. So saying he's not going to come in and do a good job, I mean, if we're getting him for 40 million euros or even 45 million euros, that is a gamble willing to fucking take. It really is, considering that Arsenal have spent, what, 50 million on Ben White? 50 million? Yes, Ben White could go on and be up there with Van Dijk, be another Maguire, be a stellar centre-half. Yes, he could. We get that. He's still very young, but that is a player that could be that, and they're paying more for him than we're paid for a player that's got the experience, that's been there, done it, and you know he's been a world-class player. And so I think this is less of a gamble for less money. So I think it's a good bit of business for Manchester United. I personally don't think it's going to backfire. And this is a centre-back pairing that I feel is good enough to win a Premier League title. Whether the rest of the team's good enough to win the title does remain to be seen. But it does look like this deal is imminent for Manchester United this week. I believe that Manchester United are going to get this deal done now. I really do. The reports seem to be pushing for the deal to get done. Real Madrid don't want it to drag on. Manchester United don't want it to drag on either. They just want to get the geezer in. If we can get him in early enough, as I say, he can train with Manchester United and get ready for that Everton game, because that is where I feel Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to get his best 11 out on the pitch against Everton in that friendly. And we'll really be ready for Leeds then. We'll hopefully have maybe even more players in by then, but hopefully we will, because we're not finished yet, hopefully, with this Raphael Varane deal that looks like it's going to get done. I would expect more signings. We've got to be looking to make more signings, maybe pushing some people on as well, the likes of Dan James. Maybe some people will move on to pastures new, Lingard's, Matiches. Hopefully some will, but hopefully the main key is to get some more players into Manchester United. You can't have too many players going into a season. You just can't. You want all that quality of depth. I mean, Pep Guardiola would want 10 centre-halves if he could, world-class ones. He's bought centre-halves, he's bought fucking loads. They've still bought more. They've bought Laporte, they've bought all these fucking men. They still buy more, because it's all about improving and having a lot of strength in depth to cope with the long season. If you've got players sitting in stands, they don't give a fuck. The managers, they're not paying their wages, the club's paying their wages, and we might as well spend it on players that are going to sit on their arse and come into the team when they're needed, rather than it go in the Glazers' pockets. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the signing, if it does now happen. I think it's going to happen now, so it is a good signing in my eyes. What do you think? Would you have preferred someone else? Let me know your thoughts in that comment section below. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching this on Facebook, please do hit the share button, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.